what do you bring in experience and background to be mayor?
Well, for me, leadership's the biggest thing. That's my most important qualification. You know, Holyoke has a $150 million budget. We have over 1,000 employees. And I think of all the candidates, I'm the only one that brings, you know, proven leadership experience. I built a company from scratch, you know, from nothing to $30 million a year in sales. I've had well over 100 employees come through the company over the years, built up to an international presence with 5 warehouses from coast to coast. So it's that kind of stuff I think I bring to the table. Also, the last couple of years, you know, I've really invested in understanding the infrastructure of this city. I've been doing work down in Ward 1 to, you know, prepare for a developer to come in, and I've actually had to work on water mains and sewer lines, and I know what it takes to do this kind of work, and what buildings are deteriorated beyond repair, and which ones we can invest in and save. So I've got a lot of experience in that as well. So,
what are your goals as mayor?
well, my first, the first thing I can say there is, you know, for 7 years we've had a mayor that wasn't focused on the city, and I have no other goals outside of Holyoke itself. I have no ambition whatsoever. I'm not working on degrees in political science and looking for a run for Congress, state rep, anything else at all. Holyoke will be the capstone of my career. You know, I want to focus on the rebirth of the city. It's intolerable that we have collapsing buildings, fire hydrants that don't work, you know, and for the last couple of years, we've really lagged behind all our surrounding communities. I want to, you know, get us reinvested in our education system, public safety, and job growth, you know, focus on green energy. We've got a tremendous opportunity there. Companies want to come to Holyoke, and they want to locate and build their businesses where they can be part of this green energy future. And also there, once again, I have a good working understanding of how all that comes together.
How do you build a bridge between the old and new Holyoke?
That's a good one. I don't believe in an old or a new Holyoke. I believe in working together, in building together. All right. We've, you know, one of the most important jobs of the mayor is communicating, you know, being out in the community. I feel I'm the only candidate for decades now, for 30 years, I've been out there working in the community, working with the youth, whether it's through programs within the city. I've helped people go into programs like Outward Bound out in Colorado, ones that have really made a difference in their lives. And Hoyokers have always been accepting, welcoming community. I don't understand where that whole concept is coming from. But you know, that's how I feel about it anyways.
Yeah, I remember before the COVID, I used to see you everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, one time I even got a former NBA star to come to the Holyoke Boys Club. Wow. And run a clinic there. You know, back in the night, you know, I started in the 90s. I got some award for Friends of Holyoke basketball, but we had probably over the years 30 or 40, I think, of some of the people I've worked with several, one of them right now has a Juris Doctorate, JD degree. A couple of them have master's degrees. They're working, and that's what upsets me. They're working outside of Holyoke. One of them's got his master's. He's teaching in the Amherst school system. So it's that kind of community involvement has always been there for me. So
just two more questions.
yeah.
Actually, no, three. I'm sorry. Your thoughts on receivership?
Okay. I want the state out of Holyoke. All right. I think I alluded to a little earlier. We had a mayor that was not there attending the school committee meetings. He wasn't participating. I've been active my whole time on the council. I've been involved with the school building project. I've engaged with the people. I've made trips to Boston with the to appear at the MSBA meetings. And it's more, I'm seeing even more and more of the real loss we had with Dean Tech. I'm seeing businesses crying for help for skilled trades. I see what's going on in some of the Springfield schools where the kids are coming out with 1,000 hours towards their journeyman's license with an OSHA card in their hand, ready to go to work. And we've lost all of that. And I will be, as mayor, I'll be a full-time member of that school committee as well. I will never miss a meeting.
Just a parenthesis. Yes, thank you. Okay. How would you improve communication from the city to the public and the city to the city council?
So to the public, and I'm not saying this because you're here in front of me today, but Holyoke Media has done a fantastic job. When I first got on the council, it was just about non-existent. Now any citizen can go on TV anytime. If they miss a meeting or they want to go back and see what was said again, it's there and it's archived. And we do, we put out formal notices. There's laws and governance for that. I think a great job is being done. The city webpage could use a little improvement, but as far as communication with the public, I think we're doing a good job. The communication between the mayor's office and the city council, that's been the breakdown. And I've lived that portion of it. And this much I can tell you, I'll always have an open door, not only to the public, but to the other council members as well. Even when we share different opinions and different views, that's what I'm about. That's what I've always been about, is finding the common ground and doing what's right for the majority and what's right for Holyoke.
The last question.
Yeah.
I have another question off the record about a plumber, but that's later.
Okay.
What are the most pressing issues facing businesses, and how would you propose to resolve them?
Well, you start with the fact that we have the highest tax rate in the state. All right. We need to do, it's called a full data review of all the commercial and industrial properties. We need to give businesses a solid infrastructure. They've got to have water, they've got to have natural gas, they've got to have good sewer systems. It's really the basics. It's not the glamorous stuff that we have to get back to and improve. We want to encourage small businesses as well. We want a safe, welcoming environment downtown for all the new businesses that are flourishing there as well. I think there's a great future also in robotics, tourism, and hydroculture, agriculture, outside of the cannabis industry as well. And for me, that's why I feel it's really important. I've been out there in public. I am not taking any money from the cannabis industry. I won't be influenced by outside interests, outside investors. I do welcome them, but they won't be able to expect any special favors out of the mayor's office, not under my administration. My only goal is the city of Holyoke, the citizens of Holyoke, and the future of Holyoke.